Hey everybody, it's Blast338 coming at you this beautiful Saturday. This beautiful Monday evening. Of course, it's Talking D&D with Mr. Faust. How you doing, Mr. Faust? Great to have you.
Oh, now that work's over, I'm doing great.
Oh, amen to that, brother. It is a scorcher. Sorry about being a little bit late tonight. As you know, it is hot out. And with what we do for a living, well, sometimes you just get home a little bit later than you anticipate. But it's okay. We're home. We're showered. At least I am. Hopefully you are too.
Oh, God, yes.
We also love our viewers, whether they're stinky or not, so... But anyways, tonight we're going to have a little bit of fun. We are talking about Warlocks, their spell list, their invocations, and really kind of delve into them. Great class, great spells. The invocations are just absolutely fantastic. One of the best parts of being a Warlock. And I guess we might as well delve into it. So let's go over... I know they get some cantrips, and they have the best cantrip in the game, Eldritch Blast.
That is correct.
So, if you want to go ahead and tell the people all about it.
Eldritch Blast is a fantastic spell that is exclusive to Warlocks. So it has a range of 120 feet, and it costs 1 action. A beam of crackling energy streaks toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 force damage.
And I love that it's force.
I do too. Not a very common resistance.
Yeah, it's like, you know, they could have made it necrotic. They could have made it... I mean, even thunder would kind of, I think, make sense in a way. But force damage, I like the most.
I mean, it makes the most sense.
Definitely.
Now, this does scale up like most cantrips do. You get 2 beams at 5th level, 3 beams at 11th level, and 4 beams at 17th level. And you don't have to make all the attacks against one target. You can split it up.
Very much so. Now, I think we talked about this before. With the sorcerer getting meta magic, and one of those meta magics is twin spell. Are you able to twin an Eldritch Blast? Because technically speaking, each blast on its own can only target one creature. Like, I know you can't twin a fireball. You know what I mean? That's an AoE effect. But you are targeting one creature. Yes, it's per bolt. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
No, it's fascinating. I'm not sure, because Twin Spell, as long as the spell doesn't have range of self, like if it only targets one creature,
right,
you spend the sorcery points.
Right. Or would I have to spend the sorcery points on each bolt?
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up, actually.
I think that's a good one for chat. If you're watching this in the future and you have an answer, please let us know. we are welcoming any and all input. All right, so Eldritch Blast, great range. It's what, 120 feet on its own?
120 feet.
Now, since we are talking about invocations, I think this is a great opportunity to talk about some of those that tie into Eldritch Blast.
That is a fantastic idea.
Because there are quite a few, and that's one of the things why this cantrip is so important to the Warlocks, because it's so customizable.
Right.
All right. Just pulling it up here real quick. I mean, one of the most... you almost have to take it, is Agonizing Blast. You're adding your... it's Charisma, right?
Yeah, Charisma modifier.
Yeah, your Charisma modifier to the damage, and that's on each bolt. So anytime you deal a little bit extra damage is always a good thing.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I mean that's one of the better invocations there is. Now there are some that are
More crowd control.
yeah, crowd control. There's some that are strictly for this subclass or that subclass. So, all right, what's the next one here?
I'm trying to find one we haven't gone over yet, but they do get some pretty nice ones. They get Toll the Dead.
Okay. Oh, that's cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we were on invocations. Jesus.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I mean, Toll the Dead isn't awesome. Absolutely awesome cantrip. I mean, it stinks that it's a save or suck, but I understand why they did it, because it is pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there's quite a, what is it? Repelling Blast is one of the invocations.
Right, when you hit a creature with that, it pushes them 10 feet away.
Yep.
That's a good one.
There's Arms of Hadar or something like that, I think it's called, where you're pulling a creature 10 feet instead of pushing. Now you know why we never...
I'm trying to think of what that's called.
Oh, Grasping...
Grasp of Hadar. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, I thought I lost you.
Nope. I thought you were talking.
No, so with Grasp of Hadar, when you hit a creature with your Eldritch Blast, you can move that creature in a straight line 10 feet closer to yourself, but only once on each of your turns.
Yep. Eldritch Spear. You cast Eldritch Blast, and now your range is 300 feet instead of 120. Combine that with Spell Sniper, and you're now shooting out to 600 feet. and then you do pushing blast or repelling blast with that. Especially when you get up into the higher, the higher, whatchamacallit. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the higher levels. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for.
I thought that's what you were looking for. I just wasn't 100%.
Oh, dude, just cooking out there in the sun today.
Ooh, Lance of Lethargy.
Oh, yeah, you slow your target.
Yep.
Awesome
You
cantrip.
slow them by 10 feet.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it gives you an opportunity to get away, or you know, just makes it so you lock them down, they can't really move. Let's see here. I think that's all of the pretty much ones that go in with Eldritch Blast.
Yes, it is.
Alrighty. Alright, so you said Toll the Dead. Awesome. Awesome cantrip. It's one of those that every time I'm able to take it, I always do.
They have prestidigitation.
Oh, do they? Okay, that's good.
I would absolutely be taking that one.
Mm-hmm. That is a really handy, just overall utility spell. That is just a great utility spell. You can clean up a crime scene. You can do all kinds of stuff with that.
You can, though. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's what we were doing with it.
And I would expect no less.
Oh. Let's see here. Like spells 5e. Oh, create bonfire. Create bonfire has been an awesome spell. It really has been. So much better than really give it credit for. But I think we've already talked about that spell. You create a bonfire in a 5-foot area and they just take fire damage. Great Flame Blade's a great one. Especially if you're doing more of a melee fighter as a Warlock.
Right, or if you're surrounded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find some that we haven't gone over yet, but I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, I knew we would get to this point, like when we started getting into these later classes, because a lot of these spells kind of just overlap.
They do, but what I really like about the Warlock is they do have exclusive spells.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Help if I actually put my password into my phone rather than my work. I mean, they get what? Blade Ward, Booming Blade, Chill Touch, Great Bonfire, Eldritch Blast, Friends, Frostbite, Green Flame Blade, Infestation, Lightning Lore, Mage Hand, Magic Stone, Mind Sliver, Minor Illusion, Poison Spray, Prestidigitation, Sword Burst, Thunderclap, Toll the Dead, and True Strike. So, I mean, it's a solid spell list.
Yeah, it's really not that bad.
No, not at all.
A lot of damaging cantrips, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all in all, I mean, it's very good. So first level, Arms of Agathe, Arms of Hadar, Cause
Those
Fear.
are exclusive spells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, only the Warlock has those first two spells you mentioned.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, how about you go ahead and take the first one? I'll take the second one.
Sure. Armor of Agathis. It's a first level abjuration spell with a range of self. The duration is 1 hour.
Oh.
A protective magical force surrounds you, manifesting as a spectral frost that covers you and your gear. You gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration. If a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage.
Okay. Alright, once again, taking a little extra damage there.
Yeah, it mitigates 5 points, which could sometimes be life or death, and it also deals 5 free cold damage.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
You want to do Arms of Hadar?
Yeah, I'll do that real quick here. Arms of Hadar. Let's see here. It's cast time 1 action. It's a self. You invoke the powers of Hadar. The dark hunger. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you. And all... Ooh. No, I need the light on. Okay. Sorry, my ghost is not being very cooperative. Of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, a target takes 2d6 necrotic damage. Can't take reactions until their next turn. And on a successful save, the creature takes half damage but suffers no other effect. And of course, as you upcast this, you get additional d6 for every slot above. So, not a bad spell.
No, especially when you consider that all Warlock spells are upcast.
Yeah.
Get back to first level here. Ooh, Puppet is a really fun looking spell.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
you
Puppet
cause
is
them to
definitely
drop
fun.
their weapon. and run away from you.
Ooh.
What's that?
I just said, ooh. I didn't know that part of it. I know Little Pooper was talking about taking that.
All in all, it's not a bad spell.
No, not at all.
Again, we're running into that thing where we've gone over most of these spells.
Right, exactly. I mean, we got that, cause fear, charm person, comprehend languages, the stored value we just talked about last week. Hellish rebuke, great spell. Hex, illusionary script, protection from good and evil, unseen servant, and witch bolt. Alrighty, let's take a look at the second level here.
Alrighty.
Let's see, did we talk about borrowed knowledge?
No.
So it looks here, it's a casting time of 1 action. You draw on knowledge from spirits of the past. Choose 1 skill in which you lack proficiency. For the spell's duration, you have proficiency in the chosen skill. The spell ends early if you cast it again. So
Okay.
Not bad.
I can see the usefulness in this.
Let's see here. Cloud of Daggers, Crown of Madness, Darkness. Great spell, especially with one of the invocations you can take is Devil's Sight, which allows you to see in magical darkness. So that's a nice little combo there. You cast Darkness, and it absolutely poses no disadvantage on you. Flock of Familiars. That's one, I believe. Yes, it's only Warlock and Wizard. So it's casting time of 1 minute, range of touch, concentration up to 1 hour. You temporarily summon 3 familiars. Spirits that take animal form of your choice. Each familiar uses the same rules and options for familiar conjured by the Find Familiar spell. All familiars conjured by this spell must be of the same type, celestial, fae, fiends, your choice. If you already have a familiar conjured by the Find Familiar spell, or similar means, then 1 fewer familiars are conjured by the spell. Familiars summoned by the spell can telepathically communicate with you and share their visual or auditory senses while they are within 1 mile of you. When you cast the spell with a range of touch, 1 of the familiars conjures by this spell can deliver the spell as normal. However, you can cast a touch spell through only 1 familiar per turn. At higher levels, when you cast this, you conjure an additional familiar for each slot above 2nd. So, cast this at 9th. That's 12 familiars.
Now, maybe you can tell me, because I've never played a wizard in 5th edition, or any class that has familiars. What are the benefits of having 3 familiars?
Ooh, well, a familiar can hand somebody or can feed somebody a health potion. They are able to activate magic items, so you can give them a necklace of fireball.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we've already talked about doing the whole dragon breath. So now you have 3 familiars that you've cast dragon breath on. And yeah, there you go. You now have 3 familiars that are dive bombing the bad guy with ice, acid, and fire. Or maybe all ice, or maybe all fire, or you know.
Yeah, depending on what you're fighting.
Yeah. So, or they each have a necklace of fireball. Here you go. Just fling fireballs at the bad guy.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Yeah, that's actually really hysterical to envision.
And you gain an additional familiar for every level above second.
Wow.
So, yeah, again, you cast this at 9th level. That's 12 familiars, right?
Right.
That is pretty crazy. That is absolutely nuts.
I like that.
Yeah, you have your own little team that's using med kits and healing people on the battlefield, dragging them to safety. Third level spells. I mean, one of my personal favorites is antagonize. I mean, that's just great. You make them so pissed off they attack the person next to them. And if they can't attack them, they get so frustrated they don't do anything. They have disadvantage on their next attack.
All right, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly.
Oh.
Starting the investigation.
Just
New intel.
Ooh, Hunger of Hadar.
Possibly
okay.
careful out there.
This is another Warlock only spell.
All right.
You open a gateway to the dark between the stars, a region infested with unknown horrors.
Ooh.
A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point within range and lasting for the duration.
All right. So what are the effects of this darkness? Uh-oh. I think we lost
And the
Mr.
area is...
I think
What's
we
that?
lost you. I think we lost you for a second there.
okay.
The area goes dark is kind of where you left off.
Okay, so no light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures
Okay.
fully within the area are blinded.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But there's more.
All right.
The void creates a warp in the fabric of space, and the area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity throw or take 2d6 acid damage.
Oh, wow.
So you're automatically blinding everyone in the radius. And then dealing damage on top of it, and this is concentration for up to a minute.
Huh. Well, that's a little crazy. You said concentration for a minute. All right, so 10 rounds. They're taking cold damage every time they start their turn. All right, yeah. Now,
I like this.
I'm guessing because if you have Devil's Sight, you're not going to be blinded.
That's correct.
So again, one of those, and this time you're doing damage while they're blinded.
Yes.
You said it's a 20-foot radius?
20-foot radius.
Okay.
That's a pretty good one.
That is not bad. Not bad at all. All right.
We've really gone through a lot of spells.
We really have. There is a ton of spells that we've already been through. Let's see here. Dispel magic, counter spell, fear, fly, enemies abound, hypnotic pattern, insight, greed, intellect fortress, magic circle, magic major image. Oh, T-Port, what's going on, man? You know what? You're absolutely right. That combo would be very interesting with somebody with Sentinel. Take the Sentinel feat, cast that Hunger of Hadar, and have the Devil's Sight. They can't leave because every time they try to leave, invokes an opportunity attack, and when you hit them with the Sentinel feat, their speed goes to 0.
So they're perpetually trapped in a cycle where they're taking 4d6 additional damage every round and attacking you with disadvantage.
Right. Yeah, absolutely crazy, right?
Perfect for a Hexblade.
Ooh. Yeah. That's the truth. That's the truth. What's going on, man? How you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Let's see here. This is why I thought we'd go over the spells and the invocations, because if we just did the spells, it would be over way too quick.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, sounds like you found something.
No, I didn't realize they could be summoners. They have summon Fae, summon lesser demons, summon shadow spawn, summon undead.
Oh, yeah,
and summon
yeah.
spirit warrior.
Oh, wow, okay. Huh.
Yeah, that's incredible. I had no idea.
Yeah, family, man. Alrighty. Let's see here. Ooh, Thunderstep. I don't know if we've talked about that one. That's Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. You teleport yourself to an unoccupied space you can see within range. Immediately after you disappear, a thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet of the space you left must make a Constitution saving throw or take 3d10 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful. The thunder can be heard from 300 feet away. You can bring along objects such as long as their weight does not exceed what you can carry. You can also teleport one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its own carrying capacity. The creature must be within 5 feet of you when you cast the spell, and there must be an unoccupied space within 5 feet of your destination space for the creature to appear in, otherwise the creature is left behind. And as you upcast this, you gain an additional d10 for every slot above third. That's a good spell. Get you and a companion out of trouble. And you cause thunder damage?
Well, the cool thing is, every Warlock spell is cast at the highest level.
Right.
So, they go up to what, 5th level spells
Jesus!
before they get their mythic?
Oh, wow. I have no idea. I just...
Welcome back.
Wow,
This
okay.
job's ready for you.
Sorry. I just got my ass handed to me by a mare.
Right then.
Didn't know I was that low on that on sanity yet. Oh. Whew. I'm sorry, you were saying?
Oh no, with every Warlock spell being upcast, automatically,
Yeah, you're
if you're casting it.
automatically casting at 4th, 5th level.
Yep.
Let's see here. But no, that's sorcerers and wizards can take it too, so
Yeah.
that's why they do that. Oh wow, summon undead? Shadow spawn?
Yeah, they have a lot of summoning abilities.
Wow. Spirit Shroud? Interesting. Let's see here. 4th level spells. So you get your classics there. Banishment, Blight, Charm Monster, Dimension Door, Elemental Bane, Speedy Courier, Gate Seal, Hallucinatory Terrain, Psychic Lance, Shadow of Moy, Sickening Radiance, Spirit of Death, Summon Aberration, Summon Greater Demon, and then there's
that's
a
cool.
couple. Yeah, there's a couple there that are Unearthed Arcana. If you could take Banishment, I highly recommend it.
It has saved your asses more than I can count on one hand.
One thing I'm surprised that we don't really use is Charm Monster.
I'm kind of surprised by that too.
It's such a good I mean, it's just basically getting yourself out of a combat.
Yeah.
Got the intel.
But then again, a lot of situations that we're in, when we're able to use something like that, charming the creature is not going to do as much good to begin with.
Very true.
Let's see here. But yeah, I mean, that's their 4th level spells. I mean, they got some great ones there. The only problem with that Summer Greater Demon is trying to control it. You can accidentally give yourselves an even greater enemy to fight if you're not careful. Why don't you go over some of the 5th level spells? Unless there's anything on the 4th level that you wanted to talk about.
No, I think I'm good on the 4th.
Alrighty.
So, 5th level spells. We have Contact Other Plane, Dance Macabre, Dream, Enervation, Bar Step, Hold Monster, Infernal Calling. I've never seen that one. Mislead, Negative Energy Flood,
Okay.
Planar Binding, Scrying, Synaptic Static, Teleportation Circle, and Wall of Light.
Wall of Light. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good spell. Anything there you kind of want to go over?
Still looking through it.
Whoa. Oh,
No, I think that about sums it up.
Little, just...
You good there?
Yeah, I'm fine. These ghosts are really active tonight. Oh. All right. So, I mean, Dance Macabre, I think, is a really good spell. But then again, you know I love my necromancy spells.
I really do.
Now, they were 5th level spells. Warlocks are very weird. Why don't you describe how Warlocks kind of get higher spells? Because they're not... They don't just...
It's a little bit complicated, but how it works is Warlocks get to choose spells up to 5th level, but they only have 2 spell slots per short rest. So there's a significant desire for any and all Warlocks to push for short rest because they will get both of their spell slots back. But once you go beyond 5th level spellcasting, there's something called Mystic Arcanum. And what this does is, this allows you to choose a 6th level spell from your spell list that you can cast once per day. So it's not an extra spell necessarily, it's a 6th level spell, but you can only use it once. And this goes all the way up to 9th level.
Right. Yeah, it's unfortunate they're that limited on spells. But
Oh, it is, because they have...
Because the spells they get are really good.
They really are.
Alright, so 6th level spells. I can cast this once per day. So I better make it worthwhile.
Exactly.
What are we looking at? What spells do we have there?
Alright, we have Arcane Gate, Circle of Death, Conjure Fey, Create Undead, Eye Bite, Flesh to Stone, Investiture of Flame, Investiture of Ice, Investiture of Stone, Investiture of Wind, Mass Suggestion, Mental Prison, Otherworldly Form, Psychic Crush, Scatter, Soul Cage, Summon Fiend, Tasha's Otherworldly Guise, and True Seeing.
Oh, okay. Soul Cage is very interesting. That has... That is a... Depending upon how that spell is used, it can be really dangerous. I don't know if we talked about that before or not, because I think that's only Warlocks and Wizards, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we've never talked about this one.
Alright. So, 6th level Soul Cage. So it's a casting time. Oh, this isn't the one I thought it was.
This one's really cool if you keep reading.
Alright, so casting time is 1 reaction. You take when a humanoid you can see within 60 feet of you dies. Duration is 8 hours. The spell snatches the soul from a humanoid as it dies and traps it inside the tiny cage you use for material components. A stolen soul remains inside the cage until the spell ends, or until you destroy the cage, which ends the spell. While you have a soul inside the cage, you can exploit it in any of the ways described below. You can use a trapped soul up to 6 times. Once you exploit a soul for the 6th time, it is released, and the spell ends. While a soul is trapped, the dead humanoid it came from can't be revived. Steal life. You can use a bonus action to drain vigor from the soul and regain 2d8 hit points. Wow. Curious. Okay, you can ask it questions. You ask the soul a question, no action required, and receive a brief telepathic answer, which you can understand regardless of the language used. The soul knows only what it knew in life, and it must answer you truthfully and to the best of its ability. The answer is no more than a sentence or two and might be cryptic. Okay, so it has to answer truthfully and to the best of its ability, but it can be cryptic.
Right.
Borrow experience. You can use a bonus action to bolster yourself with a soul's life experience, making your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw with advantage. If you don't use the benefit before the start of your next turn, it's lost. Eyes of the Dead. You can use an action to name a place the humanoid saw in life, which creates an invisible sensor somewhere in that place if it's on the plane of existence you're currently on. The sensor remains for as long as you concentrate, up to 10 minutes, if you're concentrating on a spell. You receive visual and auditory information from the sensor as if you were in the space using your senses. A creature that can see the sensor, such as one using see invisibility or true sight, sees a translucent image of the tormented humanoid whose soul you caged. Well, that's messed
Isn't
up.
that a cool one?
I like that. Because, like, if you capture one of the minion souls, I need to see inside your boss's office.
Yeah.
There you go. Oof. Yeah, that wasn't the spell I thought it was. But
It's a pretty cool one, though.
I definitely see why that's 6th level.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. All right, 7th level. Crown of Stars is really good. I think we've talked about that one before, but let me double check here. Yeah, because that's what the sorcerers. 7 Star-like motes of light. Bonus action to send one of them 120 feet, and the target takes 4d12 radiant. And then they become shiny. Finger of Death. I mean, come on. What is a more classic spell than Finger of Death? It does a ton of damage. If you kill somebody with it, a humanoid with it, their backup is a zombie. Absolutely awesome. And that zombie is completely under your control forever.
Yep.
And Power Word Pain and Plane Shift. Oof.
I'm partial to Force Cage.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that. That's a broken spell.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Absolutely broken spell. I'm sorry, there's nothing that will change my mind on that. That spell is just straight up broken.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. No save, no way to escape.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. They can what is that? Pact of the Tome Warlock can copy ritual spells into their tome.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, they can have a lot of different spells. I mean, there's a lot of ritual spells.
Yeah, there are.
Um, let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, power word pain. Oh, that's messed up. So if they have less than 100 hit points, right? This, or if it has more than 100 hit points, the spell has no effect. Under
Right.
100 hit points. Oh, a target
Under
also
100 hit points, it sucks.
yeah, or if, unless they're immune to being charmed. While the target is affected by crippling pain, any speed it has can no be higher than 10 feet. The target also has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws, other than Constitution saving throws. Finally, if the target tries to cast a spell, it must first succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or the casting fails and the spell is wasted. A target suffering this pain can make a Constitution saving throw at the end of its turns. On a successful save, the pain ends. This isn't concentration.
No, it's not.
You cast it once, and there you go.
Yeah, then it's on them. It just keeps going.
That is nuts. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, a lot of the spells the Warlocks get for Mystic Arcanum are incredibly impressive. Want to move on to 8th level?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
8th level Warlocks get one of my favorite spells. That spell is Feeble Mind.
Oh, you and your feeble mind.
You know, the funny thing is, though, I feel so guilty about doing that to your characters, I usually reverse it in like 20 minutes of that happening.
Well, to be fair, a greater restoration spell does do the job, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it is, especially for a wizard, it is such a terrible spell.
Yeah. Let's see, what else do we have here in 8th level?
Ugh.
Power Word Stun is pretty good.
That's a very good spell, yep. Yep.
Because again, it's one of those spells that's instantaneous. You cast it once, and it'll just keep going until they make a save.
Exactly. Yeah, but yeah, you're right, T4. I'm type word that AR. Yeah, and then of course 9th level, Power Word Kill, True Polymorph, Psychic Scream. What the heck is weird? Oh wow! So casting time 1 action, range of 120 feet, concentration up to 1 minute. Drawing on the deepest fears of a group of creatures, you create illusionary creatures in the minds, visible to only them. Each creature in a 30-foot radius sphere, centered on the point you choose within range, must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, a creature becomes frightened for the duration. The illusion calls on the creature's deepest fears, manifesting its worst nightmares and a basically large threat. At the end of each of the frightened creature's turns, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 4d10 psychic damage. On a successful save, the spell ends for that creature.
I mean,
For a 9th level spell,
it's a good spell, but definitely not 9th level worthy. That was kind of disappointing.
Alright, what we got here? Blade of Disaster. You create a blade-shaped planar's rift about 3 feet long in an unoccupied space you can see within range. The blade lasts for the duration. When you cast this spell, you can make it the 2 melee spell attacks with the blade, each one against a creature, loose object, or structure within 5 feet of the blade. On a hit, the target takes 4d12 force damage. The attack scores a critical hit if the number on the 20 is 18 or higher. On a critical hit, the blade deals an extra 8d12 force damage for a total of 12d12 force damage.
Wow.
As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the blade 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see, and then make up the 2 melee spell attacks with it. Again. The spell can harmlessly pass through any barrier, including Wall of Force.
Shit.
That's a 9th level spell.
That's a fucking spell.
That is a 9th level spell. Let's see here. What else we got going on here? That's pretty much it for spells. I mean,
I kind of hit on all of them.
Right. All right, invocations. I mean, there are a ton of invocations. And of course, a lot of them are class related, subclass related. But we talked about Agonizing Blast. Armor of Shadows. You can cast Mage Armor on yourself without expending a spell slot or material components. Same thing, Beast Speech. You can cast Speak with Animals. Oh, this is a good one. This is actually a spell we just kind of recently learned about. You can cast Compulsion once using a Warlock spell slot. You can't do so again until you finish a long rest. But you got to be 7th level for that.
Definitely worth it, though.
Mm-hmm. And we've been talking about Devil's Sight. That's actually up to 120 feet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. That's kind of what I said. I'm like, oh, wow.
Ooh, Eldritch Mind.
All right.
You have advantage on Constitution saving throws that you make to maintain your concentration on a spell.
Oh.
I like that.
That's not bad at all. Anytime you gain advantage on something is always a good thing.
Oh, absolutely. Eldritch Smite is pretty good.
Eldritch Smite is awesome. Especially for a Hexblade.
It essentially turns you into a nefarious paladin.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is a very good spell. Very good spell. Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly?
See, I have
How
a
old are
tendency
you?
to look for things that are more roleplay oriented.
Right, right.
So, Eyes of the Runekeeper, where you can read all writing, would be really appealing to me.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I mean, anytime you can... Yeah, anytime you can... whatchamacallit? Decipher something is always a good thing.
Mhm.
Um... Let's see here. Eldritch Sight is really handy. You can cast Detect Magic at will without expending a spell slot or material components. We talked about Spear. Gifts of the Depths. You can breathe underwater
Yeah, I
and
was
you
just
gain a swimming speed equal to your walking speed. And you can also cast water breathing without expending a spell slot. And you regain the ability to do so when you finish a long rest. Turn yourself into Aquaman? Oh, yeah.
and let other people swim with you.
Or you can just jump in a lake and drown somebody.
Pretty much.
Let's see here.
Oh my god. Gift of the Ever Living Ones. Did you read that one?
I was just reading that now. That's Pact of the Chain, which in of itself is a really powerful subclass. That in of itself is a very powerful subclass.
That's the subclass in which you get Find Familiar as a spell.
Right. It is not a bad spell, or not bad at all. Improve Weapon Pact. You use any weapon you summon with your Pact of the Blade feature as a spellcasting focus for your Warlock spells. In addition, the weapon gains a +1 bonus to its attack and damage rolls unless it's already magic. Finally, the weapon you conjure can be a short bow, long bow, light crossbow, or heavy crossbow.
Wow.
Not bad. Ooh. This might be a mimic. Let's see here. Here's a Life Drinker. This is a level 12 Pact of the Blade feature. When you hit a creature with your pact weapon, the creature takes an extra necrotic damage equal to your charisma modifier. This is one I took, and I loved it. Mask of Many Faces. You can cast the Sky Self at will without expending a spell slot. I loved being able to do that. That was so much fun. It really was. It was so much fun. As a roleplay feature. Oh my word, that was fun.
Yeah, I'd say that's more of a roleplay oriented invocation. I love it though.
Yeah, I mean, just sitting there having a conversation with somebody and you're turning into the people you're talking about, you know?
Right.
I just... Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Where are you?
Oh wow, Master of Myriad Forms. You can cast Alter Self at will.
Oh.
You can do that at 15th level. That's pretty powerful.
That can be very powerful, yes. Okay. Misty Visions. You can cast Silent Image at will without expending a spell slot or material components.
Ooh, One with Shadows.
Ooh.
When you're in an area of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to become invisible until you move or take an action or a reaction.
Okay. Not bad.
Mm-mm.
Alrighty. 1 second here. I wish for sanity. I wish for daybreak. Alrighty. Oh, that's definitely a Hantu. Alrighty. Life Drinker. Prerequisite 12th level Pact of the Blade. When you hit a creature with your pact weapon, the creature takes extra necro... Oh, we already said that one. Derp.
A Relentless Hex. I love Relentless Hex.
Oh, okay. Do enlighten us.
Your curse creates a temporary bond between you and your target. As a
Okay.
bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see within 5 feet of the target cursed by your hex spell, or a Hexblade's curse.
Mm.
To teleport in this way, you must be able to see the cursed target. So you can continually chase the creature that you're trying to kill that is cursed by you.
Welcome
Huh.
back. I've
So
got
if they
some jobs
cast
ready for
Misty
you.
Step, you can just follow right behind them.
Follow right behind them.
And it's only a bonus action, too. Wow, no
Yep.
spell slot, nothing. That's crazy.
No.
Alrighty. We have Sculptor of Flesh. Prerequisite is level 7. You can cast Polymorph once using a Warlock spell slot, and you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. That can get you out of some stuff. Thirsting Blade. That's a
This one's great.
5th level Pact of the Blade feature. You can attack twice with your packed weapon instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. Because normally Warlocks only get one attack.
Correct.
Ooh. Oh no. Undying Servitude? 5th level Warlock. You can cast Animate Dead without using a spell slot, but you can't do it again until you finish a long rest.
Wow. I did not know that one existed.
All right, yeah, I'll take a free zombie. Let's see here. Fiendish Vigor. You can cast False Life on yourself at will at 1st level spell without expending a spell slot or material component.
Whispers of the Grave. You can cast Speak with Dead at will without expending a spell slot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you gotta be 9th level for the prerequisite on that one, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, this is one. I mean, I like it. It's kind of niche, but Voice of the Chainmaster. So you have to be a Pact of the Chain. You can communicate telepathically with your familiar and perceive through your familiar senses as long as you're on the same plane of existence. Additionally, while perceiving through your familiar senses, you can also speak through your familiar in your own voice, even if your familiar is normally incapable of speech.
And the limits of this are being on the same plane of existence. You could send your familiar hundreds of miles away.
Right. Trickster's Escape, 7th level and the thing about that other one too is it's only Pact of the Chain. You could theoretically take this in your first round of invocations. But yeah, Trickster's Escape, you can cast Freedom of Movement once on yourself without expending a spell slot, and then you gotta finish a long rest. So if you are going through somewhere that has a lot of difficult terrain, great opportunity to kind of bypass a lot of that. Shroud of Shadow, prerequisite 15th level. You can cast invisibility at will. It's not greater invisibility, but it's invisibility nonetheless. Signs of the Omen. You can cast 5th level prerequisite. You can cast Bestow Curse once using a Warlock spell slot. And then you gotta finish a long rest. Uh-oh. Did we lose you, Mr. Faust? Hello, hello?
Oh no, I'm still here.
There he is. Okay.
Just going through this list, I'm curious as to whether or not we should go through the Unearthed Arcana, too.
There's a lot of ones down there that are pretty interesting. And a lot of that stuff does make it into books eventually.
It does.
I mean, we have plenty of time. It's only 8 o'clock. Let's see here. Proof pack weapon. We talked about Lance of Lethargy. Oh, here we go. Minions of Chaos. You only got to be 9th level for this. Conjure Elemental once using a Warlock spell slot. So you're giving yourself another spell. Wow. Mirror the Mind. Mire the Mind. You can cast slow once using a Warlock spell slot.
Damn.
Yeah. Alright, so what are you looking at? I mean, there's a lot of them here that are kind of cool. So what's catching your eye there?
Burning Hex is kind of cool if you don't need to do anything with your bonus action.
Okay.
So as a bonus action, you cause a target cursed by your Hexblade's curse to take fire damage equal to your charisma modifier.
Ooh.
That's not bad at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, they have a lot of hex-based invocations here, like Chilling Hex.
Okay.
As a bonus action, you cause frost to swirl around a target cursed by your Hexblade's curse, dealing cold damage to each of your enemies within 5 feet of the target. The cold damage equals your charisma modifier.
Okay.
It's not bad.
No. Not at all. Not bad at all.
Oh wow, Claw of Akamar. You can create a black lead flail using your Pact of the Blade feature. The flail's head is sculpted to resemble a pair of grasping tentacles. The weapon has the reach property. When you hit a creature with it, you can expend a spell slot to deal an additional 2d8 necrotic damage to the target per spell level. And you can reduce the creature's speed to 0 feet until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, 2d8 per spell level, so you burn a 5th level slot, and you just did an extra 10d8 damage.
Right. Yeah, not bad at all. Jesus.
What?
I'm sorry?
Oh, I thought you said Jesus.
Oh, yeah, no. Stupid game again. I'm sorry. Well, there goes that. Let's see here.
The Green Lord's Gift. The Green Lord oversees a verdant realm of everlasting summer.
Ready for you.
Your soul is linked to this power. Whenever you regain hit points, you treat any dice rolled to determine the hit points you regain as having rolled their maximum value.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. I was looking at Claw of Akamar. So, prerequisite is the Great Old One for the patron and Pact of the Blade feature. You create a black lead flail using your Pact of the Blade feature. The flail's head is sculpted to resemble a pair of grasping tentacles. The weapon has reach property. When you hit a creature with it, you expend a spell slot to deal an additional 2d8 necrotic damage to the target per spell level, and you can reduce the creature's speed to 0 feet until the end of your next turn. So let's see here. Per spell level. Yeah,
10d8.
so 10d8 necrotic damage, and you're reducing their speed to 0.
Yep.
Eldritch Armor, and also Pact of the Blade feature. And as an action, you can touch a suit of armor that isn't being worn or carried by anyone and instantly don it, provided you aren't wearing armor already. If you're already proficient with the suit of armor, you are proficient with the suit of armor until it's removed.
And this is how a Warlock gets plate mail.
All right, well, go ahead and go over a couple of more. I'm going to be right back. I just need to take about 30 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Next up, we got Kiss of Mephistopheles. When you hit a creature with your... Ooh, it's an Eldritch Blast spell. When you hit a creature with your Eldritch Blast, you can cast Fireball as a bonus action using a Warlock spell slot. The spell must be centered on the creature you hit with the Eldritch Blast. Damn. We'll talk more about that when Blast gets back. Mace of Despater. When you create your pact weapon as a mace, it manifests as an iron mace forged in Dis, the second of the 9 hells. When you hit a creature with it, you can expend a spell slot to deal an additional 2d8 force damage to the target per spell level, and you can knock the target prone if it is huge or smaller.
Always fun to knock something prone. And then to cast Fireball on something if you hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
What? What?
I know. I know.
What's the prerequisite for that? Because that's got to be a pretty high level.
5th level.
Still. Holy smokes. What's a Fireball? That's what, 66?
8d6.
8d6. Alright, so it's 8d6 plus 5th level, you're getting 2d10. So 2d10 plus Holy smokes.
Yeah. That's how you clear a room.
That is that is the definition of insane. That
Kind of love
wow.
it, though.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment.
And you can do
prepare
this how many
accordingly
times?
before starting the investigation.
Well, you have to use a spell slot, so twice
Oh.
every short rest.
Perfectly.
Okay.
But
All
if
right.
you take a lot of short rests,
Oh. You go as a sorcerer and cast that cat nap or whatever it is. That you take a short rest in 10 minutes.
oh yeah.
So you can only do it like once, I think. So they made it like somewhat balanced, but oh my. That is just nuts. Didn't... You know what? Now that I think about it, didn't your future daughter-in-law take that? With one of her warlocks?
I think you're right. Or no. No, Billy did with his warlock.
Oh, was it Billy? Okay. I knew somebody took that. I just couldn't remember when or who.
Yeah, that was Billy.
Well, Billy's just dead to us now. Sorry, Billy.
Yes. I feel exactly the same way.
And you know what the kicker is? He would... The campaign that we're playing now, I think he would absolutely love.
Oh, he would.
And he got to miss out on his own campaign. That was the sad part. But that's
yeah,
okay.
I did the best I could with it.
I thought you did a fantastic job.
I appreciate that.
One sec. Alrighty. Yeah, we've had some really good warlocks in our group over
We
the
have.
ages. Oh wow! So ultimate pact weapon. You have to be level 15. It counts as a +3. And you can use the spellcasting focus. Superior pack weapon. It's it's 9th level pact the blade. It's a +2 for your weapon. Here's one that's interesting. I think you'd like. Seeker speech. Okay, so the prerequisite is you have to have the Seeker patron. Your quest for knowledge allows you to master any spoken language. When you complete a long rest, you can pick 2 languages. You gain the ability to speak, read, and write the chosen languages until you finish your next long rest.
I would love to take something like this with a warlock.
That just seems like a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be really good for Spelljammer.
Oh, holy shit, it would. That would be a lifesaver.
Being able to talk to pretty much anything,
Yes.
as long as you knew what language they spoke. Which wouldn't be information that would be hard to gather.
No.
Go into a trade negotiation already speaking their language. That's huge.
That's massive.
That is absolutely massive. Okay. And all it costs you, I mean, 2 languages of your choice, and it just costs you a
That's the
long
really
rest.
cool part. You can plan out your encounters with different races of people.
You know, go human, so you get the additional languages. Now you have 3 languages.
Damn.
So you have 3 languages to get go, so you can pick whatever you want from there. You're going to gain additional 2 from this. And I'm pretty sure there's a feat that gives you more languages.
I think you're right. I think it's... Oh. I'm trying to think of what it's called. I'm blanking.
Right. I don't remember off the top of my head either. But yeah, I mean, you could be the king of translators, or all kinds of stuff there.
Yep. Yeah, I really like the roleplay potential.
Yep. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's a good opportunity there. Let's see. I think we got time for a couple of more. It's 20 after.
20 after?
Yep. So next week we have wizards.
Yes.
Wizards is going to be fun.
Wizards is always fun. They have the largest spell selection of any class in the game.
They really do. Now, we talked about a lot of them already. Oh, wow. Check this out. Moonbow. Alright, you have to have the Archfey Patron with Pact of the Blade. You create a longbow using your Pact of the Blade feature. When you draw back its string and fire it, It creates an arrow of white wood, which vanishes after 1 minute. You have advantage on the attack rolls against werewolves, basically, with the bow. When you hit a creature with it, you can expend spell slots to deal an additional 2d8 radiant damage to the target per spell level. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we can deal some damage with that. All right, wizards. Yeah, we got a ton of spells to go through with them. Unfortunately, they don't get the cool invocations like the Warlock does. So that's the unfortunate thing there. But like you said, they have a lot of spells, a lot of great ways to use them. Anything else as far as the invocations or spells that you want to talk about? Mr. Faust? Do we still have you? Hello, hello? Alrighty, well, I think we lost Mr. Faust, which is fine. Alright, so anyways, if you can hear me, thank you, Mr. Faust, for joining us. We had a lot of fun tonight. As we do every Monday. So don't forget to join us next week, Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we talk about wizards. It's going to be a lot of fun. And don't forget, Thursday, we're going to have our regular live stream where we play with viewers. And then hopefully I can do the live stream Saturday as well. So until then, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and tell your neighbors, tell your friends, and shout it from the rooftops. Like, comment, and subscribe to Blast 338. Have a great time, and we'll see you at the next live stream. Peace out. Actually, I'm gonna end this hunt real quick, and then we'll end the stream. But we definitely have it on Rio. There we go. Alright, guys. We'll see you Thursday. Peace.